Welcome to The Explainer. So, you've been using ChatGPT and you're probably wondering, okay, this is cool, but how do I actually make money with it? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we're going to break down 3 really powerful strategies that can take you from learning a new skill all the way to building a real long-term business. To get started, let's just ask a simple question that gets right to the core of how the internet works today. In this endless sea of content, what is a single click? That split-second first impression actually worth? You might want to brace yourself for the answer. For some of the biggest creators online, it's this much, $10,000. And no, that is not a typo. And look, this isn't just some random number pulled out of thin air. It is a calculated, strategic investment that the world's top YouTubers make in just one single image. The one thing that can make or break a video. And that brings us perfectly to our first method. Okay, let's dive into strategy number 1, becoming a visual architect. We're talking about creating those super high-impact YouTube thumbnails. So why on earth is a single picture worth so much? Well, it all comes down to 3 letters, CTR, click-through rate. This one metric is the entire game. For a huge creator, just a tiny 1% bump in CTR can mean tens of thousands of dollars in extra cash. That's why one image is worth so much. So where does ChatGPT fit in? Think of it as your secret weapon. It completely streamlines the whole process. First, it's your research assistant, instantly analyzing what's working in any niche you can think of. Then, it becomes your creative partner, brainstorming tons of ideas in minutes. And finally, it's your objective design critic, giving you real, data-driven feedback to make your work even better. So what does all this demand mean for your bank account? Well, as a freelance designer just starting out, you could be charging 2,000 to 5,000 rupees for a single thumbnail. Once you build up your skills, that number just keeps climbing, leading to full-time salaries that can push a lakh per month. And get this, international clients will pay way more. All right, let's move on to our second method. This is where we level up from a purely creative skill to a seriously powerful analytical one. We're talking about offering deep research as a high-value service, essentially becoming a data detective. And believe me, the market for this is huge. Companies pay freelancers serious money for this kind of analysis. I mean, look at this. A basic market report could net you around 17,000 rupees. But an advanced competitive analysis, you're looking at over 50,000 for a single project. Now, the secret here isn't to do all the work yourself. Not at all. It's about a smart workflow. Here's the big idea. Let ChatGPT do about 90% of the heavy lifting, the data gathering, the summarizing, all the tedious stuff. But that last 10%, that's you. That's the human insight, and it's the most valuable part by far. Let me make this really clear. An AI can spot a pattern, right? It can tell you, hey, flight prices to this city suddenly dropped. But it can't tell you the story. It can't connect the dots and tell you why they dropped. Maybe because a new airline launched a route or a big conference got canceled. That why, that's your unique value. You can really take this skill down 2 main paths. You can work for individual clients, creating custom reports and getting paid project by project, or you can play the long game and build your own audience with something like a subscription newsletter. You'd be creating a valuable asset that pays you over and over again, kind of like what the big media companies do. And for our final method, let's look at a long-term strategy that has been totally transformed by AI, building a valuable content empire through blogging. So you've probably heard the rumors, right? AI is killing blogging. The reality? It's the exact opposite. AI search has made high-quality human-written blogs more critical than ever before. It's just that the rules of the game have totally changed. We've basically moved from the old world of SEO, search engine optimization, to a new world of AEO, which stands for answer engine optimization. It's no longer about trying to trick an algorithm with a bunch of keywords. It's about one thing, giving the best, clearest, most direct answer to a real person's question, because that is what the AI is looking for. And here's the playbook for how you do it. First, use ChatGPT to find the gaps, the questions that people are asking that nobody is answering well. Second, and this is the absolute key, you start your article by answering that question directly, right in the first few lines. Give the answer away immediately. Then use the rest of the article to add your depths, your examples, and your unique perspective. You know, the best part is that because AOE is so new, there's way less competition. It's like a wide open field. For someone who's just starting but is dedicated, building a consistent income of 10 to 30,000 rupees a month inside of a year, that's a very realistic goal. So we've gone through design, we've gone through research, and we've gone through content strategy. But what's the one thing, the one thread that ties all of these together? It's the irreplaceable value that you bring to the table as a human. If you take away just one thing from all of this, let it be this. AI is not here to replace you. It's a catalyst. It's your partner. It automates the boring 90% of the work, which frees you up to focus on that priceless 10%, the strategy, the creativity, the insight that no AI can ever replicate. So as we wrap up this explainer, the real takeaway isn't just about the tools. It's about how you choose to use them. AI gives you the power of speed and scale that was just unimaginable a few years ago. So the only question left is, what are you going to use it to build? That's our explainer for today.